Maybe I'm looking for someone who had a similar experience with their child that can offer up some fresh ideas. Or maybe I'm just venting because I miss my bed. Arg. Thank you so much for all of your great responses, ideas, and stories. I think I may have cracked the case here, but now I have to figure out how to go about it. I was just grabbing something in his room around 3 p.m. today, and heard what was definitely an animal scurrying on the roof. Probably a squirrel. We have a metal roof and an exposed beam ceiling, so we hear any drop of rain, but I have never until now heard an animal. This would make sense as to why he sometimes keeps naming animals in his room. Now if I'm right, I just have to figure out how to go about this. After exactly 1 month, I finally figured it out. I've been busy but wanted to update because I still am so stoked he's back in his room. A few days ago, I got my son to acknowledge a couple of his toys from the doorway, and he stepped in a little bit with encouragement. I then took the opportunity to point at objects in his room, and he had a huge reaction to a Marvel poster that had been hanging over his bed since we moved in a year ago. He ran to our bedroom and hid under our covers, so I took it off the wall and walked it through the hallway. I stopped at our room for confirmation, and he freaked out when he saw I was holding it. I told him that it's going in the garbage and he's never going to see it ever again. I hid it downstairs for later disposal, came back upstairs and told him it was gone. He leapt out of our bed and hurried down the hall to his room and jumped in excitement that evil face is gone. He then screamed in excitement about his Mario Kart bed, tossed my pillow off, threw his Mario pillow on and tucked himself in. I was so ecstatic I danced around with him the rest of the night singing No More Evil Face. We played with all the toys he missed. He slept in his room that night and has since been spending even more time in his room, playing by himself. He brings up nightly that evil face is gone and his room is fun. To those who are curious, it was a Marvel framed poster with like 100+ superheroes and villains. He had always named even some of the more obscure characters. I'm not sure which character scared him in particular, but I theorize it was either MODOK or Ego the Living Planet. I didn't stop to have him point out which was the evil face.